No, look here, Bailey. See here. Read this. Here, this fellow that calls himself the Misfit is a loss from the federal pen and headed toward Florida. And you read here what it says he did to these people. Just read it. I wouldn't take my children in any direction with a criminal like that and losing it. I couldn't answer to my conscience if I did. The children have been to Florida before. You allowed to take them somewhere else for a change, so they will see different parts of the world and be bored. They never have been to East Tennessee. Yes, and what would you do if this fellow, the Misfit, caught you?
I'll smack his face.
She wouldn't stay at home to be queen for a day.
All right, miss. Just remember that the next time you want me to cut your hair.
My hair's already curly.
Mom, did you pack the cat?
I didn't want Petey Singh to be left alone in the house for 3 days. He will miss me too much, and I was afraid he might brush against one of the gas burners and accidentally suffocate himself.
I don't want to go to a motel with a cat.
Would you rather the house blow up? What's the mileage?
What's that for?
I just thought that it would be interesting to see how many miles we travel. What time is it? I think it would be a good day for driving. Neither too hot nor too cold. Bailey, the speed limit is 55 miles an hour.
I'm going 55.
You know the police hide themselves behind billboards and small clumps of trees and speed out after you before you have a chance to slow down.
Yes, mother.
It's so beautiful. The crops make it look like rows of green. Less work on the ground, and the trees are sparkling.
Let's go through Georgia fast so we won't have to look at any much.
If I were a little boy, I wouldn't talk about my native state like that way. Tennessee has the mountains and Georgia has the hills.
Tennessee is just a hillbilly dumping ground, and Georgia is a lousy state too.
In my time, children were more respectful to their native states and their parents and everything else. People did right then. Oh, look at that cute little pickaninny. Would that make a picture now? He probably don't have anything. Little niggers in the country don't have things like we do. If I could paint, I would paint that picture. Do you want me to hold the baby? You look tired. Look at the graveyard. That was the old family burying ground that belonged to the plantation.
Where's the plantation?
Gone with the wind. Would you kids like to hear a story? Once, when I was a maiden lady, I had been courted by a Mr. Edgar Darkins Tea Garden from Jasper, Georgia. He was a very good-looking man and a gentleman, and he brought me a watermelon every Saturday afternoon with his initials good in it, EAT. Well, one Saturday, Mr. Tea Garden brought them watermelon, and there was nobody at home, and he left it on the front porch and returned in his buggy to Jasper. But I never got the watermelon because a killer boy ate it when he saw the initials EAT.
I wouldn't marry a man that just brought me a watermelon on Saturday.
I would have done well to marry Mr. Tea Garden because he was a gentleman and he had bought a Coca-Cola stock when it first came out. He died only a few years ago, a very wealthy man.
I'm hungry.
Me too.
Let's stop at this restaurant up ahead.
My town with a little drop of poison. Nobody knows they're lining up
Oh,
to go
these songs
insane.
always makes me want to dance. Would you dance with me, Bailey?
I smoke my friends down to the filter. But I feel much cleaner.
Play something fast so I can tap.
Ain't she cute? Would you like to be my little girl?
No, I certainly wouldn't. I wouldn't live in a broken down place like this for $1,000,000.
Ain't she cute?
Aren't you ashamed?
You can't win, you can't win. These days you don't know who to trust. Ain't that truth?
People are certainly not nice like they used to be.
Two fellas coming here last week driving a Chrysler. It was an old beat up car, but it was a good one and these boys look alright to me. Said they work at the mill and you know, I let them fellers charge the gas they bought. Now, why did I do that?
Because you're a good man.
Yes, I suppose so.
It isn't a soul in this green world of thoughts that you can trust, and I don't count nobody out of that. Not nobody.
Did you hear about that criminal? The misfit that did escape?
I wouldn't be a bit surprised if he didn't attack this place right here. If he hears about it being here, I wouldn't be not surprised to see him. If he hears it's to send in this cash register, I wouldn't be at all surprised if he...
That'll do. Go bring these people their Coca-Colas. A good man is hard to find. Everything is getting terrible. I remember the day you could go off and leave your screen door unlatched.
Not no more.
Where are we now? There used to be an old plantation around here that I visited as a young lady. The house had 6 white columns across the front, and there was an avenue of trees leading up to it, and 2 little wooden trellis arbors on either side in the front, where you sat down with your sweater after a stroll in the garden. There was a secret panel in this house, and the story went that all that family silver was hiding in it when Sherman came through, but it was never found.
Hey, let's go see it. We'll find it. We'll poke all Woodward and find it. Who lives there? Where do you turn off at? Hey Pop, can we turn off there?
We never have seen a house with a secret panel. Let's go to the house with a secret panel. Hey Pop, can we go to see the house with the secret panel?
It is not far from here. I know. It wouldn't take over 20 minutes.
No! Alright.
It would be very educational for them.
Alright, but get this. This is the only time we're going to stop for anything like this. This is the one and only time. You can't go inside this house. You don't know who lives there. This place had better turn up in a minute, or I'm going to turn around.
The dirt road that you have to turn down is about a mile back. I marked it when we passed. I love everything about this house, the beautiful glass over the front doorway and the candle lamp in the hall.
It's the MIBs. Here come the MIBs. Let me see you just bounce it with me, just bounce with me, just bounce it with me. Come on, let me see you just slide with me, just slide with me, just slide with me. Come on, let me see you take a walk with me, just walk it with me, take a walk with me. Come on, and make your neck work. Now freeze.
We have an accident.
Good afternoon. I see you all had you a little spill.
We turned over twice.
Lady, would you mind calling them children to sit down by you? Children make me nervous. I want you all to sit down right together then where you're at.
What are telling us what to do for?
Look here now. We are in a predicament. We are in.
You are the misfit, I remember.
Yes, I am, but it would have been better for all of you, lady, if you had enough recognized me. Watch them, children. Bobby Lee, you know they make me nervous. Ain't a cloud in the sky. Don't see no sun, but don't see no cloud neither.
Yes, it is beautiful day. Listen, you shouldn't call yourself the misfit because I know you're a good man at heart. I can just look at you and tell that.
Shh! Everybody shut up and let me handle this.
I appreciate that, lady. Well, first you and Bobby Lee get him and that little boy to step over yonder with you. The boys want to ask you something. Would you mind stepping back in them woods there with them?
Listen, we are in a terrible predicament. Nobody realizes what this is.
I just know you're a good man. You are not a bit common.
None. I am a good man, but I am the worst in the world, neither. My daddy say I was a different breed of dog from my brothers and sisters. You know, daddy say it's some that can live their whole life out without asking about it, and its other has to know what it is. And this boy is one of the ladders. He's going to be into everything.
You could be honest too if you try. Think how wonderful it will be to settle down and live in a comfortable life and not have to think about somebody chasing you all the time.
Yes, somebody's always after you. I was a gospel singer for a while. I've been most everything. Been in the armed service, both land and sea, at home and abroad. Been twice married. Been an undertaker. Been with the railroads, plowed Mother Earth. Been in a tornado. Seen a man born alive once. I even see a woman float.
Pray, 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 please.
I never was a bad boy that I remember us, but somewhere along the line I done something wrong and I got sent to the penitentiary. I was buried alive.
Maybe they put you in by mistake.
None. I wasn't no mistake. They had the papers on me.
You must have stolen something.
Nobody had nothing I wanted. It was a head doctor at the penitentiary say what I had done was kill my daddy, but I know that for a lie. My daddy died in 1919 of the epidemic flu and I never had a thing to do with it. He was buried in a Mount Hopewell Baptist churchyard and you can go there and see for yourself.
If you pray, Jesus will help you.
That's right. I don't want no help. I'm doing all right by myself. Throw me that shirt, Bobby Lee. I found out the crime don't matter. You can do one thing or you can do another. Kill a man or take a tire off his car because sooner or later you're going to forget what it was you done and just be punished for it. Help that lady up, Hiram and Bobby Lee. You hold on to that little girl's hand. Yes, Jesus showed everything of balance. It was the same case with him as with me, except he hadn't committed any crime, and they could prove I had committed one, because they had the papers on me. Of course, they never showed me my papers, That's what I say myself now. And I say long ago, you get you a signature and sign everything you do, and keep a copy of it. Then you will know what you done, and you can hold up the crime to the punishment and see do they match, and in the end you will have something to prove. You ain't being treated right. I call myself the misfit because I can make what all I done wrong fit what all I got through in punishment. Does it seem right to you, lady, that one is punished a heap and another ain't punished at all? Lady, there never was a body that gave the undertaker a tip. Jesus was the only one that I ever raised the dead, and he shouldn't have done it. He showed everything of balance. If he did what he said, then it's nothing for you to do but throw away everything and follow him. And if he didn't, then it's nothing for you to do but enjoy the few minutes you got left the best way you can by killing somebody or burning down his house or doing some other meanness to him. No pleasure but meanness.
Maybe he didn't raise the dead.
I wasn't there, so I can't say he didn't. I wish I had of been there. It's ain't right. I wasn't there because if I had of been there, I would have known. Listen, lady, if I had of been there, I would have known, and if I wouldn't be like I am now.
You are one of my babies. You are one of my children.